Hello everyone, welcome back to more great Easter Tony. How is everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Today the song screen is done by Bleedy. I saw Cynthia's trending on Twitter. I'm just gonna pretend that it's the Cynthia for Pokemon, if that's not what that's about. Because there's only one true champion of Pokemon. And Cynthia. She showed one of the Master 8's tournament. She was robbed. She was finagled. She was shamboozled out of winning. Because fucking Ash just had to win, didn't he? You know, I wouldn't fight him like any other Pokemon League, whatever, but not against Cynthia. I mean, come on, like, what are we doing here? Pokemon Company, like, come on. You gotta have Ash lose against the Queen. Legally obligated to. But so we need to talk about a tiny bit. Allow me to toast my lone friend's characteristic no opinions put to buying his argument. Sorry. But after all, it's just a theory. A game theory! On the bottle, I feel it's Coke. Because you see, gotta show your legs. It's spelled by unmatchable inconsistency. Unmatchable. What? Lord Van Zeke, explain yourself! What's this inconsistency you have claimed to have identified? Inconsistency of the simplest natures, my lord. The victim was found with an eggplant in the middle of her back. Yes, and her... Ah! That's right! You silly man! Now, Joanne, you'll think, what are you getting so excited about? Let's consider the basic facts of this case once more. Oh yeah, so I accidentally almost blasted out my eardrums because I didn't double check my volume when I was playing for Lucamine theme. God dang, I don't understand people who enjoy blasting the music out for volume and for card. I don't understand how you heal for like days afterwards. Like, I don't give a appeal. If it's coming from someone who likes metal and been to a metal concert, I know the realness of it all. The victim was walking down the pavement before getting stabbed in the back and falling to the ground. If a knife had struck her from above, there's no possible way it could have planted itself into the victim's back. Ah! Oda! That's quite right, you see! This is exactly right! The knife had fallen on her from above! It was struck her on the top of her head! Well, he's lost for words, look. I knew it. Never liked his fear in the first place. I don't know them. What really did happen? It would appear the defense has made a while a spectacular blunder. If a theory even has one inconsistency it cannot stand, your theory, my lone friend, is history! We were so close, I could see the truth. I was so sure we were on the right track. But now, the way has been completely blocked just by one simple inconsistency. On other words, we simply need to eliminate that one inconsistency and the theory will stand. Miss Sartro. I think that's true. You gotta make the impossible possible. We'll fight the power. You mustn't worry, Mr. Noddlehood. You were just caught off guard, that's all. And your mind went blank. But if the path you are on is indeed correct, then in a way presented itself. The key to this is in the co-worker and show other information you need is there. Seems you have nothing to say, my opponent's friend. Well, your sign speaks volumes. A tactic acceptance that your theory is fairly flawed. Well, not, we shouldn't say fairly. Poor man is about to get sent to the gallows. This inconsistency doesn't mean I was on the wrong track. It means that I need to sharpen my mind and dig deeper for the truth. It's a test. Yes! If the knife had found the victim from above, it's still way it could have hit her in the middle of her back. Under normal circumstances, that is. What are you implying? Counsel! I don't know why I said that with such oomph, but sometimes you got oomph. There's a piece of evidence in the co-worker that can explain this inconsistency, but I can't explain how the knife fell from above could have pierced the victim's back. We already have the answer. Rudeness! Her madness! Surely this must be the last time. Counsel, present the evidence of which you speak. This is the last inconsistency. Find a piece of a puzzle. If I can successfully make sense of this, the truth will lay a bare at once. This, the fourth book found in the scene. It's the final piece of evidence for defense will present. The burnt book? Is that not Mr. Gobb's book? Yes, it's hard to understand its significance without to consider how it came to be ever seen in the first place. The photograph of print clearly shows the book in question, and the victim holding it in her hand. But as we all know, it was the police constable that put the book between her fingers like that. Quite so, as part of his wholesome transparent of a crime scene to the opposite side of the world. But he said he left it exactly how he found it. That's true, however. As part of his testimony, the constable B made an exterminating and lying statement on that point. But what made you place that book in the victim's hand? Oh, what's that? That's because that's how I found it. We were first went over to the scene. The victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything, I made sure that it was still in her hand. In other words, the victim had already picked up the book of her own volition. And clearly, it must have been before she suffered a knife wound. Well, I should say so. After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she'd be doing much of anything. Well, considering she's in a coma afterwards, I would agree. So the question becomes, why did the victim have that book in her hand? By Jingle! I think I'm beginning to see what might have happened now. Oh, dearie me! We know that the book fell from the top floor of the Gobble house or onto the pavement below. At precisely the moment the victim was walking past. Yes, exactly at that moment. The young woman was walking along the street in the light fog. And when all of a sudden, a book fell right in front of her. A book flew! Yes, Miss Gobb. And what do you think the woman did? What would you do if you were walking around and a book started in front of you on the pavement? I would give a fuck out of it, to be honest. Because I think I would be in like a Final Destination movie or some shit. Because it's like, oh, it starts off with a book and the next thing you know, a truck falls on you. Well, I really can't imagine it, but I suppose she might have reached down and picked the book up! Yes, this is exactly what the woman, in fact, did. She picked the book up. Oh, heavens! If the woman reached down to pick up the fallen book, what position would her back have been? That's why, facing the sky, completely and utterly defenseless. And then, in the very next moment, while the woman was still bent over, picking up a book, knifed. Like the next object to fall from the room above, the jackknife straight in the middle of her back. At the same time, walking by chance directly behind Mrs. Green, was the defendant, Mr. Sosi Nasame. Why, never! It appeared to Mr. Natsume. The woman simply collapsed on the floor. In the dark and fog, he didn't see the knife falling on her from above. Oh! And from the other direction, the constable and his wife saw no one but the victim and her apparent attacker. So there was never a real culprit to warn from the scene in the first place. No, there's never more than a series of unlikely events that communicate an unfortunate accident. Again, don't be throwing sharp shit that doesn't mean to hurt anyone. And that is the real truth behind this case. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Gobb? The very first time you showed me that knife, I had my suspicions. I wondered perhaps it might have been something like that. There, old bean. Old bean, that's an interesting phrase. Poor Mrs. Gobb. I mean, with only so much sorry I could give to her, like, I don't want to be overly mean to her, but, like, actors do have consequences. If she wasn't throwing, like, again, knives and stuff like that, show, like, the book, yeah, I can see that being more of an accidental thing. But a knife, like, throwing a knife, and then it'd be like, oops, accidentally killed, like, not killed someone, comatose someone, it'd be like, there's only so much leeway I'd be willing to give you on that one. Oh, of course I've never been for anything of the sort to happen, but it was all my fault, wasn't it? I take full responsibility. Oh my anger give about me. I threw that book. And I threw the knife as well. Well, I mean, at least she's taking it like a champ. After everything is said and done. I'll give her that props. John, deal? It's alright. I know. I'm ever so sorry. Truthfully, I'm sorry. Don't pass out. No. Oh, he catches her. He caught. That's the important part. Lovenzies, where's the news of Mrs. Gobbard? She's been taking to the phone. It appeared that today's events had left her in an especially flustered state. I mean, can you blame her? However, I believe she will recover in due course. There's no cause for concern. Yes, unbeknownst to themselves, the cause could easily be a terrible tragedy. They should have had to prepare themselves for the consequences of their actions. There is some good news, however, my lord. I just have a word from the hospital. Where the victim is being treated. Her condition is improving steadily. The doctor believes she will gain consciousness soon. It's strange. We've been talking about the victim all this time, but we never once met her. What's game 2? Spoiler alert. How wonderful! The woman's out of danger, it seems. Yes, it's good news. So, Mr. Sosiki Natsume. Yes! On behalf of my fellow coatman, I would like to take this opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from your distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture, and have been repaid with immeasurable unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apologies. How very kind. No, it's me who should be begging your pardon. Oh no, Mr. Natsume. That evening, when the young woman just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes, I jumped to the wrong conclusion again in my confusion. What conclusion, so? I was sure that the woman was dead. Yes, Constable Beat said the same thing, didn't he? He thought she'd been killed too. I mean, when you see a person collapse with a knife in the back, but that is a safe assumption, to be honest. I suppose she might have looked completely lifeless. It's been about a year since I arrived in Great Britain now, but I still can't get used to life here. I can't relax. I'm sure the evil spirits lurking in the fog, like they're haunting me. Poor Soski-san. His imagination's really got me better of him. Yes, poor man. So when it happened, I thought the young woman had been taken by the fog spirits. I mean, it's not like fog hasn't taken anyone before. Look at Digimon Survive. Well, I should have never dropped my books like that and run away. I should have called for help, for a doctor, for the police. Instead, I managed to create a worthy relationship of trust between our two empires. And for that, I'm truly sorry. What could you say that some mischievous spirits had been at work here, I think? Well, they created a chain of unfortunate mishaps. We are pursued by the spirit and led to false conclusions. But thanks to linguistics and our young glory healed from the east, that chain has now been broken, and the spirit exercised. I heartily commend you both. Oh! Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my lord. Including the trial, I must ask one last time for your decisions regarding the defendant's culpability. Are you ready to present your findings to the court? As a former member of the jury, I can assure you we've all reached a fair and just conclusion. I do declare the truth can be extremely cruel at times. Well, I did suspect the woman next to me, that's for sure. Second for vote being when she's out of action, you know. But I know what her decision would be. I mean, I feel like this took all day, so I don't feel like there would be work for you to do. I'd say I have a quote over story to tell my grandchildren when I get home, won't I? Well then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hereby demand you find decisions. Mr. Foreman!
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
I was not expecting a bad voice after.
Not guilty.
Yeah, I feel like some of these voices don't match, but whatever. Very well, Mr. Soki Natsume, I hereby pronounce you. And finally, Mr. Natsume. Oh, yes, Lord So. You're a free man once again. It's my hope that you continue to follow your education in British culture. And may you never again be brought before me. Well, you should never say that, George. You should never say that, because then people will be brought before you. Oh yes, sir, of course, so. All my life, I swear I would never set foot in a courtroom again. I'm transported to tears. Thank you, Countess. Cope is the Joe. Oh, locum. Wait, you mean me? Of course. Is there now locum here? Is there even one? Fair enough question. Compared to the original locum stealing Mr. Naruto Eska, your name has become what it should, hasn't it? What's wrong with using my actual name? Oh, at last! I'm free! I'm free! Joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilation. Holy heart, happiness, hurrah! Oh, I'm pleased, Mr. Nasmi. It's delight. Would it be so hard to just say that then? Look, you did. You saved me from the brink. I mean, come on, it's me. I'm that good. Well, what happened to the poor woman is in no way your fault after all. I'm just glad everyone can see that now. No, not that. Lovely low. Yes. I mean, as I said before, I never got used to life here in Great Britain. Every time I look over my show, I see photos. I see towering brick buildings. If I'm high up windows, I see them looking down at me, laughing. Look at that. Ooh, excuse me. Look at that little hunchback. Excuse me. Deal, I'm sure that's all in your head, Mr. Nasame. I mean, have you heard how Julius talked about her? I mean, I don't think it's out of question to hear him hearing people say that. But today, look gave me the gloom of the boot. You still from behind that Brian bench before all that was blabbering British. And he bowed to the bill and laying bare the baffling truth. And when behold the binding fireworks along the beams of the Bailey's roof, I behold the best buster of a bone. Well, it was very fine. I'm very pleased for you. It's gotten me a wonderful antidote to recount my own friends back in Japan. An antidote? Is that what's to become of all my hard work? Oh, there you are, my dear fellows. I apologize for keeping you waiting. I was late this morning. Oh, Mr. Shelves, what a pleasure to see you. So yeah, I'm not a moment too soon, but disaster was averted, I'm glad to say. Oh? The trial should be gone personally, Mr. Nardholm, and I wish you the best of luck. It's just finished. What? No! Then my haste was in vain? Ah! It's you! Sherlock Holmes! Oh, have we met, sir? This is Mr. Nasame, the man you had arrested, Mr. Holmes. Ah, I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Our previous accounts have been taking place in gloom. In your bleak lodgings of that prison cell. Maybe the prison should have better lying. Simply could place that curious face in the light. Charming. This is all your fault, Sherlock Holmes. You're the reason I had to go through this terrible ordeal. I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. Good luck with that, sir. My apologies, sir, but I assure you, I've placed you now. You're the fellow who abandoned that poor young lady and went off, are you not? Ah! I mean, he's not wrong. Had to be taken to the hospital emotionally. I feel perhaps you will have regained consciousness by now. Oh! But it was unavoidable, I'm sure. But we're all but human. After all, anyone who would have been shaken by such experience, that's also true. I do feel very badly about how I behave. Well, never mind now, Ben. What was it that you wanted to say to me, sir? Nothing. Ha ha ha! Priceless! Oh, I'm sorry, really, but it's quite priceless. Poor Soski-san. Still, on the bright side, you had an extremely aligning experience without paying a penny. It would seem that you were not even found guilty. But there's no bright side. What do you mean, Mr. Nasame? Even after this, I'm still coaxed by the spirits, and now by the Reaper. Ah, Love and Zeeks. I've forgotten, you know, what facing that man in court means. Even if you're found guilty, you're still doomed! It would be alright, Mr. Natsume. If the Weeper appeals trying to make trouble, I will protect you. Hiya! Why you have to fool me? Well, perfectly execute Satoru Tech down. Much as I like being torn on my head, a bit of warning might be nice next time, Miss Satoru. Just a heads up. So, Mr. Natsume, what do you plan on doing now? You mentioned something about recounting your experiences to your friends back in Japan. Yes, I intend to return to my homeland soon. Oh! It's already been years since I arrived here in Great Britain. I visited universities, libraries, bookshops, and been honored with a college of professors. I've learned so much about the wealth of literature here and the city it has shaped. I've come to realize that my calling is to stay back home and tell my fellow countrymen about it. That's very touching, Mr. Natsume. Oh, perhaps less veiled tomes. You wish to withdraw halfway around the world to escape the tail of the Reaper's Coast. That's not it at all! I mean, it would be a smart, strategic move. The more I learn of literature, the strange feeling claws in my insides. I feel compelled to return to my roots and attempt to pen a work of my own. Oh, I see. A work of literature by Sosuke-san could be an interesting read. What about Miss Satoru and yourself, Mr. Naruto? Sorry, what about us? Will you return to Japan alongside your mustachioed companion? Why would we? Oh, we kept them past since we have arrived in London. And now, does it feel as though we finally found our feet? And you're accommodating in a hotel person, are you not? That's right, but we need to find a lodging before bankrupts us. I calculate we're counting for another 10 nights before our entire budget is exhausted. Well then, you could take my lodgings. Oh, the windowless room, the depressing room. But it lacks windows. It more makes up with a floor, ceiling, and walls. Great. The bare minimum. Of course, I'd be happy to leave behind my cursed evil spirit. Oh, an evil spirit? Yeah, there's a way to sell a place. By the way, you can be evil spirit. Bye! Oh, yes. It tries to suffocate you when you sleep, and it's infallible wake-up call. Well, we think about it, if that's alright. Perhaps I can offer a more welcome alternative. Please do. Will you consider taking lodging with me? Really? Well, a vacancy has conveniently presented itself. Although it's up in the attic, I might add. Are you sure this is just a storage loft? I spoke with the landlady this morning on the matter of price. I is cleaning the room as we speak. You must come at once. I presume you have no luggage to speak of? Oh, this is simply wonderful. What an honor to be invited taking lodgings in the great detective's office's attic. I'm too overcome for words. So suggesting we look elsewhere is out then. And then third, yeah, don't quite Satoru's dream. I was prepare a welcome dinner this evening. And you must come too, Mr. Natsume. I assist. I don't know what to say. But thank you. Yes. Wonderful, then I go and fill the paperwork for you. Formal release, Mr. Natsume. It shan't take long. Someone's happy. I mean, can you blame her? She's getting to live in her favorite detective's office's attic. Look, I knew that you wouldn't let me down. I'm truly delighted to have met you here in London. Likewise, Mr. Nasman. It's been a privilege meeting you too. Has it really, though? I mean, he's not my worst, favorite Ace Attorney character of all time. But he's definitely nowhere near the top. It's a shame that we had to go, had to be going to say goodbye so soon. Well, I've come to realize that I belong in Japan. But welcome, we meet again one day. Yes, I'm sure. And hopefully by then I'll be a successful loan. Hopefully by then I'll be a successful offer. Well, my dear fellow, our carriage appears to have arrived. Shall we go, Mr. Nandaho? Yes, Mr. Jones. I've little doubt that Mr. Nasme will be released in time for dinner this evening. You know, have a turkey drumstick or something. And so, with Sosi Khan's innocence successfully established, we were with Mr. Jones to what is to become our new home. 221B Baker Street. I mean, this is a nice ass attic. Way better than... Way better than what you think an attic would be. So this is... to be our new office, yes. Our office? I really like the sound of that. Me too, it's simply wonderful, isn't it? I hope you can see this, Cosmo. It's only a small step. But I like to think we're getting a little closer to your dream now. So my dear fellows, do you like the place? Ah, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, thank you so much. I actually kind of like him without his gear on. I think he looks a bit better. It's a delightful room, Mr. Sholmes. I simply adore it. Good, I'm pleased to hear. Iris and I are delighted to welcome you. Oh, but everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. We eat as soon as Mr. Nasme arrives. We have a lot to celebrate. Iris, you must let me help you. Alright then, Susie. You can be in charge of the salad. Let's say salad. Salad. Splendid! So, Mr. Nadaho, how does it feel to have your own office in the capital? It's very exciting, actually. Can't help wondering what adventures will await us. Ha ha ha! Those are precisely my sentiments when I established my office of these premises. Until I discovered the dark truth of the city of London, that is. Sorry. London is a glorious place full of wonder, opportunity, prosperity, and milk. But the brightest of lights cast the darkest of shadows. That is how that works. Shadows? What do you mean? Well, I believe you were aware of the murkiness that lies behind London's facade. So once again, it's another home. Welcome to London. Of course, at the time, I had no idea the significance of its words Mr. Jones so casually spoke, but it wasn't long before my turn came to lift the facade and see the true depth of smoke that lay behind it. Yeah, we finished case 4. On to case 5, baby. The Hound of Baskerville.
It's coming! Jones's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering
Just
glare.
one big high.
Its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles.
I mean, he's a cool ass hound. Just saying, I mean, I wouldn't want to pet him, but he's a cool ass hound. Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash, and about the sculling courtroom experience we had forced forward into the day we arrived at the country, and so see Khan's terrible ordeal that followed close behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court, which was wholly surprising, of course, since I was no more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So our life in our little office was quite quiet. But it is, until it was shadowed one day by a fateful telegram. Knock, knock, knock. Who's knocking? It's a nice little office. That morning, I was walking by, unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he gone, Sartor's behavior became very obviously strange. Sartor-san? Yes! Is it time to leave for Koaway? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh no, of course not. How silly of me. You're on your A game! Something is definitely a matter. But I think I said you would make us breakfast this morning. Shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes. Alice makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And what's up, Bally's? I thought we can leave for coat in the fairing foam. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. So, what was it about? The telegram was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking. Oh, that's not suspicious at all. Sorry, but you're not gonna get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. At least she's honest about that. Actually, to give a moment's thought, it's nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It's a bongo telegram. That's 3 times in the world that she tried and failed to convince me it's nothing. Promise I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. Fusoski's son had arrived back in Japan by now, wouldn't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage away, or just be a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had a very long telegram from him, complaining of sea sickness. I guess he could stop out Pope and do a telegram. That is a very strong possibility. But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruto-san? I was just wondering, what would become of Sotsuki-san how you stay in London? That's all. Dead! As for Reaper's codes. For Reaper. Yes, I can't help wondering if seasickness with parents' significance in that case. What is that to say, but no one stays in the dock that can be safe from the Reaper, right? But way the nightmare trial ended on the very day we arrive in London. Even 2 months on, but cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Sotsuki-san is safe out of the country. Presumably, that means, you know, he doesn't die. But Coast Reaper can affect reverse and the confines of London City proper. Even if that's the case, it's a little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of Reaper is to be believed, it would mean that he was the son of justice himself. Can't think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not willing that sword against any more credit defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van 6 has appeared in court once since the last encounter. Oh? Yes, since Sotsuki San's trial, he's withdrawn from the judicial service again, it seems. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen at court at all for several years. So, it's just been me who has faced him in this recent spa trials. Just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Well, yeah, let's get some brekkie. Morning, William. Morning, Susie. Good morning, guys. Us. What is it, Luna? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Ah, yes, you noticed that, didn't you? Well, it was in SpongeBob the Bubble Bowl episode, Bang Geeks. What was it? Was like, do you have a pet dying or something like that? Who is the best phone this morning, it seems. Hello. Hello, Mr. Jones. Good morning. Good morning to die, perhaps. God dang, what happened to you, sir? Has something happened, Mr. Jones? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. What is he wonderful this morning? David's blotch existence, my bad. But that's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. Oh, it's that. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, is it time we ate? Some dry toast and instant coffee for me if it's not too much trouble. Meow! Cat comes in. Very dope cat. Oh look, it's Wakahai. Good morning, boy. Meow! There must have been some sort of tiny dough for cats to use. But how did it get here? Well then everyone, it's time for breakfast. Oh, it's wonderful. Let me help you, Aris. Would it be a fine day to die? It's not like a Bond movie, James Bond 007, and A Fine Day to Die. Oh, I need something to look different. Something's missing from the Citrome Stacks. Okay, we're gonna save and move on to Master Duel now. We gotta play Yugi Man's a bit. We probably won't do Yu-Gi-Oh for too long. I'm very tired. I had a long day at work, and yes, I need sleep. So it's gonna be a somewhat show doing experience, but we make it. We make it work. Try and go first. Infinite Lightning's effect. Pitch. I mean, I guess technically it doesn't matter which one I go for. Okay, we got Shoe out. And I do appreciate this person's using Volcano for sleeves. Oh, I'm so sorry, you gonna let me dump? No, let me dump. What's going on? I want to dump. Man, I might not even survive too much longer. This might be the last duel. It's really hitting me now. Tiredness, so I do apologize. It is a, I wouldn't say it's like a bit so difficult, but sometimes it's work knocks me down a bit hard sometimes. That's when you don't need after that because you're playing that. Oh, there's actually a Kano folks. Not expecting that plot twist. Hope you get toes. Yeah, give a new Kano forces out. Oh, to the hand. Yeah, you get your heads. So you give the sun out. Mr. Sun. I mean, you could destroy all the spells and trap. You know, help a man out. I mean, you can 37 all you want. I hope it's tails, but it ain't gonna be. I mean, I am staring down. Oh? So it said, oh yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Maybe I should have done it a little before. You know that math. I just think it does. I'm actually not gonna lie, I'm struggling to keep awake now, so really after this Doom. Gotta go to bed. Especially, I really don't have any way to stop you. Oh, well, that kind of just sucks. And then, joke's on you, you don't gain any life points, baby. But you win. Am I upset if I lost to a cannon fist? No, but I definitely need to go to bed. I am really not. I'm hanging on by a foot. I'll be honest. I saw the counter. He kind of started doing my last pop up. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for coming out. Thank you so much. It's been fun. It's been a blast. It's been a real fun blast. Tomorrow will be Mo, Lego, and I Jones, and then Mo, Great Ace, and Tony, Saturday.